I've never seen magic like this. Lovely rattlebox. I'd like to take it on a tour of the Black Castle. Sucking the life force from every living thing. Dark magic. What else could it be? How interesting. The Blight is here as well.
It devours Nostria. But we will buy some time. After all, we will have allies.
Whom do you summon now?
Neither light nor darkness dwell in the Blight. Therefore, even the kings of the dead come to fight against the devouring void. Moraine is a witch of the Serpentines, who became an immortal lich. Go and fight.
Another blotch of blight. Too close to the Mage's Tower.
Knight Baldwin, one of the heroes of King Maximus's age, will give battle to the infection. He was able to protect Marcella from the rebels. The very brilliance of his armor inspires hope in human warriors. His army is waiting for you.
An immobilization spell. Why do I get the feeling this was a man's work? I should take a look around. Looks like someone named Kuransis is behind all this. So far, the evidence points to the tower. That's where the culprit must be.
Did you see that? It nearly killed me. What if I hadn't gotten the shield up in time? Look at that. It's shut down. I'd been hoping it would drive away the hacker, but...
There's another shield at the entrance. Is it also yours? I was on my way to visit the Mage's Tower.
Sorry, no can do. I set up that shield for a reason. To contain the enraged golems and the hacker. I was updating the control logoi when a hacking attempt was initiated. I was barely able to materialize the log scroll. See these red lines of code? That's where the hacker intervened. He tried to copy my work and seize control.
But to hack the golems during a Logos update, I have to confess I'm impressed.
Same here. Whoever did this was really intelligent. If one of the golems hadn't rushed at me, I'd have caught the sneak. He's hiding somewhere. I'll send a search rune. Maybe you'll manage to capture him. You need to get to the tower anyway, don't you? You could just fight your way past the golems, but I'm sure the search would be quicker.
There's no one here. A game of hide and seek, huh?
Logi, take you! What am I gonna say to Bludgeon now?
Bludgeon? Why would the bandit chief want my logos? Did he manage to get his hands on some golems?
Halt!
Left through the portal. What a capable guy.
Who, the criminal?
Yes. He managed to hack the golems, and it took him only a second to jump into the spirit world. But he's obviously self-taught. He didn't even close the portal. He's gonna get a good scolding now from the control spirits. They're pretty worked up because of the hacking. Maybe you can help him.
Hold on, now you want me to save your hacker?
He must have stepped off the straight and narrow. Got in with a bad crowd, and they talked him into it. What a talent. You can tell he's strong.
This is the worst portal to another dimension I've ever seen.
Probably because it's the first one. After a little practice, you'll do better.
The spirits almost tore me apart, and I had no mana left to create another portal. I myself angered those spirits when I tried to infiltrate the golem controls. Ugh, damn it. You saved my life and caught me at the same time.
Ironic. All clear. We can go.
Here you are at last. I've been waiting for you.
What will happen to him now? Some kind of magical punishment?
You calmed down the controlling spirits, and now the golems have stopped rampaging. Turned off. Thank you. And you. What's your name?
Roan?
Rowan, you did a very bad thing. But now you'll have a chance to make things right.
I'm sorry, what?
Do you want to study at the Mage's Tower?
That was predictable.
Think about it. You're a strong mage. You've got potential. None of the villains can reach you here. You shouldn't waste your talent.
But... Are you joking? How... Can I really?
Of course. Come on.
I... agree.
First, you're going to help with damaged golems. You've already started to understand how they're made, right?
I'm... a little bit, yes.
That wonderful fresh bread from our dairy.
So you had some... That's because you tossed all sorts of magic powers into it.
Magic powders? What do you mean?
I know what I'm talking about. He found them in the cemetery, alongside some old book, full of recipes. Magic recipes.
New recruits, huh? My beloved guard.
Eager to boost your power, enhance your self-esteem and efficiency, reach new heights? Magic has everything you need.
Do people really buy into this? Where can I find the mage Caronces?
Ah, I see. His house is to the left of the tower, overlooking the main square.
Thank you.
Well then, Rosens. Let's see you demonstrate these much... Well, Rosens, you lost the bet. You may commence taking notes for me. There's a certain formula for replacing lost limbs that requires a staggering amount of research.
Listen, Syl, my magical senses have served me well many times. Give me another chance.
You give me something serious, then you'll win. Something that I can see plain proof of.
Okay. You're going to receive a score of average in alchemy, Silveros.
What?
I just sensed our favorite graybeard in the laboratory. He was marking your grade on the sheet with a ridiculously long quill.
Average for me? That's a lie. And a laughable one at that. Your special sense is good for nothing.
I felt it, Silveros. It is right. You will soon see I am a real mage. And a seer. Damn Ulagi possessed me just now. I sensed nothing at all about our alchemy teacher. How am I going to get out of this? Silveros and I are friends, sure, but to slave away in the library in his place? I won't get a wink of sleep this year. I see you standing there, listening. Are you interested in magic?
Do you suppose you can surprise me?
Listen then, I have an artifact, a magical quill which can reproduce any handwriting. You use the nib to write, and the feather to erase.
Well, well. That sounds useful.
Try it yourself. Take this quill, go to the laboratory and write average next to the name Silveros on Sequester's grade sheet. It is crucial that you picture yourself writing in Sequester's hand. You have my word, it will be exactly the same. Even the mentors won't spot it.
Interesting. Don't you reckon this method might be a little too blunt?
Sequester will suspect me right away, but he wouldn't think of you. The quill is hidden in the yard, under the bench.
Oops. Oops.
Where should we look for this Palatinus? So what do you need?
I am seeking a mage named Palatinus. You two paid him a visit the night before the disaster, did you not?
Oh no. Ursula.
Calm your britches, Albert. I will tell them everything. Palatinus is a famous alchemist. A genius, in fact. We ordered a rejuvenating potion from him for Albert's mother, and paid a good price for it. But when we came to collect the potion, Palatinus had fled, leaving us empty-handed. That was about the same time the panic started. The hubbub, the shouting. We only escaped by the seams of our stockings.
If you're still here, Palatinus must still be nearby. Any ideas where he might be hiding?
He was seen in the vicinity of the tower several times. It is rumored he's completely lost his mind, overwhelmed by illusions and arcane fixations. I must admit, we've given up any hope of getting our money back. Palatinus is both insane and dangerous. It would be better if someone else found the wizard and took care of him without our help. Someone who would be a match for him.
What does that mean, dear heart?
Guess what I saw in the home yesterday?
Right
Roast
now.
beef?
A polar bear. A live one.
Oh, stop. Did the Meister send you? I didn't take that scroll from the library, and I don't know who did.
I don't care about the scroll. There's another issue we need to discuss.
Oh, well, Whatever happened, I swear it wasn't me.
As hilarious as it is to watch you squirm, I must admit I'm here about Brand.
Brand? Now that's unexpected. I haven't heard anything about him for 3 years. Not since he left his grandpa's house. What happened to him?
I'll keep it short. He got on the bad side of some brigands and made quite a fool of himself. He revealed himself to be a complete coward, in fact. However, there's this stubborn girl who's still hoping to change him and make him... manlier or something.
An interesting problem, but not my specialty. Now, Nikas, on the other hand...
A mage?
Yes, Nikas. Brand's grandfather. He's quite an accomplished researcher in the field. It's too bad he doesn't take on apprentices.
What does that mean, sweetheart?
I implore you, no, I demand of you, capture that darned spirit. Castle Arden.
How may I be of assistance?
One of your students is plotting to falsify someone's grade. Right there in your grade sheet.
Could you be more specific, please?
His name is Rosens. Here's the magic quill he intended to use.
Outrageous. These are future alchemists. The purity of their minds has a direct influence on the mixtures. I cannot let this pass without consequences. Give me the quill.
Wait, I know you. I recognize you from the Universal Assembly. Anyone would remember your face.
Well, I can't say the same for you.
I am Baroness Gazella Wilmore Durden. What luck running into you.
Ah, yes. I used to know your father. I once granted him permission to do business in Ambos. But that's not why you're so glad to see me, is it?
I wanted to visit my ancestral home, Castle Arden, relive childhood memories, maybe even repair the structure. But an enraged rogue spirit has taken root there. And while these mages are refusing to help me, the creature is wrecking my family's castle.
My lady, your words wound me. My disciples are doing their utmost to help you, even as we speak.
But Archmage Cathorn claims you'd need an army to capture this, as he calls it, air elemental. According to the Archmage, the elemental escaped from the Mage Factory. Since he also claims the Mage Factory is suffering the plague, I and everyone else in Nostria would appreciate it if you assisted these students of the much-esteemed Sequester in capturing that darned spirit.
A spirit from the Mage Factory, you say? I should probably check this out.
I implore you, no, and of you, capture that darn spirit. It's not in the best condition right now, but I can't allow it to go yet.
I can't speak right now. I can barely move, see? There's so much to do.
I stumbled upon a girl in the woods. She was bound by a spell.
Ah, Yvonne. It's totally harmless. She won't even age while she's frozen there. Her beauty awaits me.
You know, Carances, I've met possessive people before, but this is a whole new level.
I was frightened. I worried that she'd leave me if she was free to.
Either I incinerate you here and now, or you tell me how to lift the spell. You have 3 seconds to decide.
Just stand before her and speak the word care aloud. She'll become animate again at once. Listen, life has been hard on me of late. Perhaps I shouldn't have done it, but I feel as though I'm barely alive right now. We were casting the spell for several days straight, pouring mana all over the quarantine dome over Monpatri. Please, I want to apologize. Bring this unwilting bouquet to Yvonne. I enchanted it for her. Will you do this for me? Despite my vast knowledge and rich stock of Logoi, I cannot express my gratitude.
Well, that's just too bad.
I'll visit her once I feel a bit better.
Care. Shh. It's all right now.
What happened?
Your sweetheart put a tiny little spell on you. You've been under its effects for several days.
Oh, by the gods, my head is spinning like a top. Oh.
He asked me to give you this bouquet.
What? Flowers. He understands. Why would I want his apologies? He treats me as his property. Like I'm an amusing plaything. Ugh. He casts a spell on me and violates my person. Then all he does is apologize. Ugh.
Has everyone read Cathon's treatise on
Margaret's
the nature
staring
of
at
things? His research suggests the world is comprised of only... Aha, I've been expecting you. You're going to help me. See these ignorant disciples? They've littered the school's ether with their mispronounced logoi. You need to cleanse the ether and set a good example for them. Can you see the 3 misshapen logoi?
Not really.
Right. I forgot you never had a proper education. Just wait a moment.
Are you going to cast a spell on me?
Hic Sentio Logi. Now you can see them. What are you waiting for? Set a good example for my pupils. All you need to do is extinguish the logoi in the right order. If they start multiplying, you've made an error. Begin with the farthest one. Well, start already.
Well, next. Something's wrong. Start from the beginning. More? I'm sure I can think of something else.
Can't you go around? Can't you go around?
It worked.
Has everyone read Cathon's treatise on the nature? I never doubted for a second you'd be able to solve our little problem.
I'm used to more challenging assignments.
For a non-graduate of the Mage's Tower, you did a great job. Better than some of the dunderheads standing before me now.
The Rector's birthday is the most important event of the semester. A good many...
A man named Xandor borrowed some scrolls and books from the library. Is that so?
Of course I know Xander. He's the most irresponsible royal mage to ever live. Hard to forget a man like that. The scoundrel took 3 of my books to check for references, and I've neither seen nor heard from him since. It's been more than a week. He's scampering all over the country with my priceless tomes in tow. I keep tracking his movements, but he always manages to slip away.
Did you leave the mark of the all-seeing eye on him?
Not Xander precisely, but the books. Have you not heard of library markings? Never mind. You'll see everything in a moment. Ecce liberos. Can you feel them now?
Three silver cups walked away from 3 different...
Perhaps the culprit came in through the window instead of picking the lock, and made off with his ill-gotten loot that way.
That's just the point. It's impossible. The windows were latched from inside.
The thief must have used magic then. I can't help you with that.
Yeah, and who can? Those cups cost a fortune.
The tower spirits can. They only obey magisters. You'll want an appointment with Meister.
Thievery? Nonsense. It was a magic experiment. Any mage worth his wand could see that.
I suppose silver cups vanishing into the air was your doing.
You could say that, but the reality is much more complicated. I don't think an outsider like you can appreciate the essence of my research. I'll try and explain the basics. Surely you're familiar with Cathon's treatise on the nature of things? I'd be surprised if you weren't. My experiment was intended to discover whether one's logoi can affect the concept of a silver cup. And it succeeded.
I've read that treatise, and many more, my precious little disciple. You do understand you'll be arrested for theft, right?
I admit I do feel a little bit guilty for depriving someone of their valuable possessions. Awkward indeed. It shouldn't be difficult to reverse the spell and have the cups rematerialize from the concept. All I need is the right ingredients. Do you happen to have some mana-infused water, a silver bracelet, and a crystal orb on you? I could go gather them myself, but I'm a little wary of venturing out right now.
Let me check my pockets. Not at the moment, no. But if I do happen upon all those things, you'll be the first to know.
The Rector's birthday is the most important event of the semester. A good many eminent guests will be here, and they won't be easy to impress.
Impressing people is my thing. Take, for example...
Here's the bracelet I want. Should I purchase it with my hard-earned gold, I wonder? Coins I've spilled blood for, my own and others. Or steal it?
Let me tell you why you're here. You wish to purchase some new magical equipment, and so experienced an irresistible desire to visit my shop.
Let me do the talking. I need that silver bracelet there. How much?
Ha! I'm a lousy oracle. I shouldn't even have bothered to try. I'm an excellent merchant, though. I always have exactly what the customer needs. A bracelet made from pure silver at a shockingly reasonable price. First years are always underfoot. Like cats.
It means we are going home, my little turtle cake, right now.
Guess what I saw in the refectory after supper yesterday?
It seems we're about to find Palatinus.
I implored you. No, I didn't. I demand of you. Capture. Condition right now.
Have you been bewitched? I've been waiting for an audience with Mage Erasmus for over an hour, and waiting on someone.
Come, my lord. Saka.
You seem a wise fellow. Are you a magister? Oh, it's you. I heard about the epic battle in the Marcellan dungeons. Shame I wasn't there.
It's probably for the best. At least you weren't in our way. Horus sent me to help you retrieve a tabula for golems. You need to help me arrest Baron Dupont.
The tabula can wait. I have a different task for you. Help us find some fresh recruits for the Guard. To restore Nostria's rightful position in the world, Montier sent most of our knights abroad on crusade. There are barely enough fighting men left to guard the Citadel. In a tavern not far from here, you'll find Greflet, a former brother-in-arms. He's a mercenary now. He commands a troop called the Grey Knights. Rumor has it, he's drinking pure aquas by the barrel, brawling and frightening the maids and disciples. Now, here's what I'm thinking. You have a supple way with words. Perhaps you could speak with Greflet and see how he and his Grey Knights are set for work. Ideally, you'll persuade them to leave their mercenary lives behind and enlist in the Royal Guard. They're strong and capable warriors. If you're able to enlist Greflet, many folks will be indebted to you, and not just the Guard.
Twinkle, twinkle, little star. Sorry, I got distracted.
Are you interested in astronomy?
Yes. I monitor the glow and color of the stars, for such is my discipline. I can see you've come from afar. The road that lies ahead of you is also long.
Longer than the road here. I doubt it.
I have a map to a dungeon. It is full of magic artifacts and ancient treasures. I had once thought of going there myself, but I see now that this will never happen.
Magic artifacts, you say? Is this map for sale?
Of course. It's yours for a mere handful of gold coins.
It's not so far-fetched to think an ancient mage's cave might be hidden in some obscure corner of Nostria.
How wonderful. You're rich.
For now, I'm a handful of coins poorer. Thank you, though.
That map is more than just a dusty old bit of vellum with an X on it. It is a dream. May it come true in your hands.
I've been waiting for an audience with Mage Erasmus for over an hour, and waiting on...
The Rector's birthday is the most important event of the semester.
I decided to help you out. Here are all the ingredients you need.
Perfect. I had just enough time to reread Iphicletes. Cathon criticizes his theory of the world being composed of minuscule particles, remember? Undoubtedly, the Archmage is right. The world is nothing but materialized concepts. You're about to witness a simple experiment that proves just that. I found several books in Oleron's library describing a conceptual materialization ritual. It didn't take long to compile my own incantation.
Yeah, I already realized you're a voracious bookworm. Are you going to return the cups or not?
Weren't you listening? I just said I'm ready to materialize the concept of a silver cup. Oh, can we move on from the cups finally? I'd much rather you considered that I was trying to find the last volume of King Demir's deeds.